You get $1,000 per person you annoy. What is the fastest way you can become a billionaire? Make 3 unskippable ads in YouTube. I recently discovered this masterpiece known as Baby Shark played on the bagpipe. Play that to 1 million people and I'll be awfully close. Side note. When I played this for my family, one of the cats jumped on the dog's back and took him for a rage ride. So the question here is, how do you simultaneously annoy 1 million people at once? I feel like live TV is the only way to accomplish this. So, I'm going with assaulting NFL sideline reporter live on air while wearing pro-Putin shirt and pride ski mask. That should cover it. Oh fuck yeah. There's appreciating returns on this. If there's no time limit, all I need to do is go to the grocery store and take an item out of a random dude's cart. And suddenly I have $1,000 to broaden my scope. Now I can rent a super loud car for a day and drive it through a retirement community. Boom, a few extra thousand to play with. Maybe now I can afford to pay a guy to write #MAGA in the sky with his plane. This'll piss off a lot of people, which will in turn piss off their opposition, and generate internet controversy. Now I'm viral. Go on YouTube and explain how it was all just a prank, bro. And boom. The outrage machine is in full swing. Now all I have to do is sign up for Twitter and every now and then try to justify my actions, which will forever fuel the outrage machine. And boom. Billionaire in a month or less. Guaranteed. Walk around with a Wi-Fi blocker. Go on Reddit. Post about genuinely unpopular topics and wait for the downvotes and annoyed commenters. What's the most desperate thing you've done to get laid? I'm about to put all you mugs to shame. Dressed on only my shoes, silk boxers, a coat and gloves. I stole my brother's car to go see my girl. I jumped the back fence and go to the back door to knock for her to let me in. Her ass fell asleep and didn't hear me knocking, but her cousin did and thought someone was trying to break in and they called the cops. I should now explain that they lived in a neighborhood where they were the only family that wasn't cops. So response time was ridiculous. So, I see police lights and think, fuck, I need to run. As soon as I flip over the fence, I fall. I stand up to have 10 guns pointed at me by all of their neighbors. I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, which is really hard when you got no shirt on. Silk boxers, a cowboy's triple fat goose and OJ's gloves on. They cuff my ass and haul me out to the front. When my girl's parents see me, they bust out laughing, identify me and tell the neighbors, cops, to let me go. One cop throws me in the back of the cruiser and rips my ass for being so stupid and letting me know I could have got shot. Everything he said was true. All for sex. Luckily, we've been married for almost 28 years. So we got that going for us. I once hugged a tree and pretended to feel its energy. Real Dennis Reynolds tactics. Drove 45 minutes right after an ice storm and almost died. Things you do when you're young and dumb. I met a girl at the gym who told me that she was really into running and desperately wanted to run the Swiss Alps Mountain Marathon, but wanted to do it with someone. I lied and said I was also a runner and I loved running marathons too, and said I would sign up with her. Sure enough, 4 weeks later I'm in Switzerland running a mountain marathon, having never run a single race before in my life. After the race, we dated for almost 2 years. Smile. TLDR. Ran 26 miles through a mountain range to get a girl to date me. I had just moved into my first apartment, invited a girl over to watch a movie, and I didn't have a bed. Only a air mattress. I didn't have Wi-Fi yet. I made a Netflix account that afternoon and used the hotspot on my phone for the TV. She ended up coming back like 6 times. Good times. Flew from Australia to Toronto. What is something that nearly everyone uses incorrectly? Reply all. When your company sends out a mass email to congratulate the new project manager, I don't need to see 200 emails that say, "Congrats, Steve." Quote. You'd be amazed at how many people can stand in line at a busy food truck for 10 minutes, arrive finally at the cashier, and only then examine the huge highly visible menu and begin to slowly consider what they might like to order. Getting on a train or in an elevator, you let the people on board exit first before you enter. Apostrophes. Turn signals on cars. It should serve as a warning, not a courtesy, and the earlier it is turned on the better it serves. If it's used at all, it often seems used as a casual afterthought. Immediately before or sometimes even during the actual turn doesn't best prepare other drivers affected by the change in direction. Merge lanes. It should be like a zipper, but it's always an issue. If someone gave you $1,000 a day to never drink alcohol again, ever, what would you do? Whatever I want with my $365,000 a year. Never drink alcohol again. Be sober and rich. I'd take the easy money. I don't even drink to begin with. Take the money and familiarize myself with butt chugs. For $1,000 a day, I would never touch anything mind-altering unless it was prescribed by a doctor. What is the Florida of Europe? In what sense? Spain's Costa del Sol ticks the entitled retiree destination box, but the people inexplicably doing crazy shit stereotype firmly belongs to Russia. Blackpool. Blackpool. Admittedly, it's on a smaller scale, but what it lacks in size, it makes it up in STD rates, welfare distribution, and average tooth count. Essex. When I was in Barcelona this past June, I had the opportunity to witness a young, trashy British couple act as though they were posh. It was then that I realized that the British are the Floridians of Europe. As a Florida man who has found an alligator in my backyard before. No joke. This is serious. I definitely have to say Russia. What do Americans do better than the British? The irony isn't lost on me, but Mexican food. Air conditioning. Americans do long car rides better. I used to do a 1267-mile drive in 20 hours. A working trade system with the EU. Win Super Bowls. It's like the Brits aren't even trying. Our tea parties are revolutionary. Subscribe, my brothers.